Oculus. There you go. Okay. We're up.
Yeah. By now we usually have one or two people, but I don't see anyone. There we go. Welcome back.
Give me the chat room. Pop out chat.
My Rift is way louder than anything else. I have to always turn it down.
Hello, Alex. Hello, Bree. How are you guys tonight?
Look at that. Look at that up there.
Chris is astounded by his hands. Hello, Jay Garcia. That's good, Alex.
Oh, here's the T-Rex.
Good that you're good. That's cool. Chris just got an Oculus, and he's going to be playing Lucky's Tale tonight. I'd like to see what the output of this looks like at my house.
Guardian system's working. Okay, we fixed that. Still saving.
Thanks, Jay Garcia. Good to talk to you. Life's good for us, Bree. We just had Chili's dinner, and then we tried to go graphics card shopping for me, but it didn't work out. The local computer shop here was already shut down for the night, so we got some snacks and headed to Chris's apartment. What are you guys up to tonight? Alex, I have not seen the new Jurassic World trailer yet. The last one I saw was the one that was, I don't know, with where Ian Malcolm was in it for just a little while testifying. Whoa, that's loud. Hang on, I can control it in my headset. Thought we were brothers? That's funny. Just because we sound alike, or because we just were bigger like brothers, or what? Noob, no, we tried Crash Bandicoot, tried to rent it, we couldn't find it. And Chris got a new Oculus, so he's wanting to show off some VR games, and Lucky's Tale was one that he thought was closest to Crash Bandicoot. Hello, Dylan. Welcome to our late stream. Steven Romero, how you doing tonight? Just because we'd always make videos? That's funny, Jake. Yeah, we're about as close to brothers as can be, but not actually. Hello, Retro. Yeah, it has been a week. Just a week since we were playing Web of Shadows last week. We're going to play Arkham something next week, but tonight is Lucky's Tale. Chris is playing, and me, Seth, is on the chat room. Yeah, Alex, he does look like Conqueror. I agree. Bree, snipper clips seems like a good idea. Would snipper clips work better as a show or as a stream? Well, wait, we can't stream it because if it's co-op, then neither of us can watch the chat room. But yeah, I have a Switch. Chris is holding off until Animal Crossing until he gets a Switch. Steven says hi, Chris. Oh, that's one thing I didn't explain. I don't think you guys can hear Chris's mic, so we're gonna have to. He's gonna just have to yell and get picked up by my mic, or I will. I'll repeat his answers. I guess maybe I should ask the question. Can you guys hear Chris's mic? Is it coming through the feed? All right, Bree. We've got the next couple weeks planned out, but I would say within the next, let's say 4 to 6 weeks, we'll have snippet flips on. I don't know what you mean. What does the share look like? Yeah, it looks good. Does this game look good to you guys? I mean, the stream, not necessarily the game editorially, but.
I guess really good you see it is what I'm looking at as well. Like, the PSVR is always kind of looking slightly above.
I would say that Lucky is at the absolute bottom of the screen just then.
Okay. I'm going to.
What are you doing?
I want to actually play a real level. That was like a time trial.
Okay. That's awesome to hear, Bree. Thank you. First gamer sub. Clever. Yeah, we know we're in windowed mode. Hey, for some reason your taskbar isn't auto hiding either. We can't figure out how to get the Oculus Mirror app to go full screen. So if anybody knows how to make that happen, let us know.
Maybe I just need to click it to get the taskbar to go away.
Click the screen.
Yeah.
I don't know that you set it for this monitor. I think you might have set it for the second
Okay,
monitor.
hang on 1 second, man. This is gonna get black for a second.
This is weird. It didn't.
Whoa. It's acting weird. Yeah. Alright, so just drag this down, right? Well, that's I thought how you did it.
No, I don't think that's how you do it anymore. I think you just need to right click in there and go to the taskbar settings.
It's on.
It is on, huh? Well, click the top bar on the Oculus Mirror. Try to shift the focus to that window.
Oh crap. Yeah, it's not doing it.
Well, no, just okay, make it big. Then go to the middle of the just right there. Click right there. See if that does it.
I did. Huh, that's so weird. Huh. Back in the past, you used to be able to just drag this down.
Yeah, to resize it.
Can't resize it.
Clever Media says Alt Enter.
Enter. What'd that do?
I think it just made it full screen.
Oh heck.
Clever Media with the pro tip.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Thanks, Clever.
Alt Enter. Thank you.
Now you just got to move your mouse out of the screen.
We should auto hide it, but there we go.
Here we go. Clever Multimedia
You
with
are
the pro tip of the night.
of the day, yes. Hands not coming.
Oh, thanks, Steven.
Come on.
What's your desktop resolution, Chris?
1080.
What's this resolution? Just whatever native, or do you have it set to something?
No, it's whatever it does. I didn't change the window.
So I wonder if this is doing 4K. If it's doing 1080p, it looks extremely good for 1080p. Which it might be, I just don't know.
It's probably whatever the native resolution of the...
was going to ask what did everybody do for dinner, but I don't know everybody's time schedule, so what did everybody have for their last meal? Hello, David Archuleta. Ian's back with a dated Eminem reference. Oh, homemade taco, that sounds good. Alright, fajita and chilies. What does it mean when they have crowns? That they're like a hit stronger? What does it mean when they have crowns?
I don't know.
Seems like they might be able to take more hits or something.
You know what? I think this guy may have taken an extra hit. Yeah.
Well, I'm not noob. I'm not seeing them. I don't think I'm seeing them faster. I think it's just just YouTube's for some reason delay on their stream. Oh, Chris, you didn't happen to switch it to the low latency version, did you?
I'm gonna do that because I want to try that.
Spaghetti and turbos. What's turbos? Ghost Recon Future Soldier went back, compat? What? We need to go back to that. That's cool, Steven Romero. Thank you. Turbos are spicy chips. That kind of sounds good. What's up, Shane Dizzle? Thanks for joining us this fine Wednesday. I'm in the mood for spicy chips, like Flamin' Hot Cheetos or something. Yes. You killed the baby fox.
I will try again though. I can tell that this game has got really high super sim.
Yeah, I mean, the Oculus Mirror app looks like it's outputting at least 1080p.
I think this game will render higher than the native
Free anti-aliasing.
Yeah,
If you can render it. Understood, Steven. Newbie like Flamin' Hot Cheetos too? Sweet. Ian, you got your GURPS disc? Nice. I think I have mine too. I don't really get rid of games. I know it's probably financially silly, but hang on to them. We seem to run into trouble sometimes because Chris does get rid of his old games, and so then we got to try to find old copies of things again. Oh!
Did it?
And you exploded him and he's bleeding. Peepus Conker's baby brother. The family-friendly version the Conker was supposed to be.
See if I can hit him.
Hello, sweets. Sorry I missed you. Dynamite Doritos. I haven't had those yet. Those are the ones that just came out after the Super Bowl or recently. I've had the Mountain Dew Ice though. That's good. Noob, I bought a bag of Chipotle beef jerky for this evening. I like a little spice too. There's another one to the left. Sweet chili Doritos. Yeah, those would be good. Those are good. I've had the sweet chili. Steve and I am excited to play Crash. I'm going to play it on the Xbox One. Although Switch might be fun on that, but I just generally, if I'm going to play something, I'm going to play it on the Xbox. I don't do a lot of on-the-go gaming with my Switch. Noob wanted me to tell you 7th time's a charm. I think they're behind us probably 60 seconds or so.
Come on.
Beefus, yes, this is VR. Chris is playing on his new Oculus. So now we both have Oculi.
Oculi. I love how much more of the level you can see in the background.
Yeah. Secrets. Alex, this is not VR only anymore. They created a game called Super Lucky's Tale for the Xbox One. It used to be an Oculus exclusive, but they ported it over to Xbox. Invisible gems. That's what I was seeing. For the rock soldiers.
They remind me of the Rock Wars or whatever.
I was thinking the rock soldiers from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
General Trag. Hey, Busta. How are you tonight?
Oh crap.
Hey, Chris. Noob wants to know if you have seen the Broly gameplay trailer for DB Fighters.
Not yet, no.
Might be something we'll have to check out tonight after we stream. A lot of times that's what we'll do after we wrap up streaming, is we'll watch some YouTube videos. One thing I know I've got to watch is all that Far Cry stuff that they announced, the level builder and all the DLC. I just read about that today and didn't realize there was going to be all that extra stuff. Every time that live thing comes up, you like zoom in on it. Is that block shifting toward us that you were standing on?
Yes.
Gotcha. Ooh, look, there's Angry Birds up there.
Yeah. They don't attack though, they just sort of fly back and forth. I have to use them to get across them. This is the worst kind of jumps.
Noob, no, I didn't watch the Inside Xbox stream. Were they talking about the Far Cry thing there?
No.
Inside Xbox. Is that the thing that Major Nelson does on the Xbox Dash? And on YouTube? Chris, Bree wants to know if the angle is weird for some of the platforming. She said that's a complaint she's heard about the game.
No, I would say actually, VR helps make it more sense. I never have trouble gauging distances or anything.
You know, you just had trouble gauging distance like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, but I think it's more my control. Like, I can do it every time now. It wasn't like I didn't know how far it was, I just wasn't pressing the jump button at the right time.
Gotcha.
I feel like I can do that. That's about the hardest jump I've done so far. Oh, that's crap jumps. That's the game with me.
He gets kind of disproportionately furious. I know, you've got 14 more tries, dude. Chill out.
See, you can make that every time now. I just know how to do it. Oh no! Double jumped. Click the button and like change the view. Oh, I think I know what I'm supposed to do here. I'm supposed to jump onto those and then come back, jump onto that and come back. But I think I'm just going to skip the first
Tail whip.
hidden area.
What's everybody's game of the month? Or has your game of the month not come out yet? I'm looking most forward to Far Cry 5. Chris, has your game of March already come out, or are you still looking forward to it?
What's this?
Lucky Sale? Or Oculus? What do you mean?
In general, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I see another level up.
Get it? Always get it. No matter the cost.
Getting close. Whoa! Wall up here.
Don't. Oh. I forgot he's got a double jump.
Sweet.
Ian, Lucky's Tale is free with the purchase of an Oculus Rift. Far Cry 5, I agree with you, Ian. I cannot wait for that game. Alex, we are all Team Far Cry.
Oh, I can't get up there anymore. This
Centipede. Noob, Ian, Alex, everybody's looking for Far Cry 5. Who else is he? Oh, I was going to say, who else does he remind me of besides Conker? And it's Tails, but he only has one.
Yeah.
He's just Tail. Ian, no, I did not see the Far Cry Blood Dragon skin. That's cool. Alex, BO4. Oh, you mean Black Ops 4? That's not this month, is it? Or is it? Or are you just saying in general you're waiting for that? Have they done any more on Black Ops 4 than just that reveal trailer of the logo? I haven't seen anything more, but sometimes I whiff on some of the gaming news of the day. Well, that's not as bad of a delay as I thought. I think you guys are only about 15 to 20 seconds behind me, not 60 seconds. Is that right, Ian? Is that actually a fact? They're going to have that in the game, or was that just rumored? I don't know. It's depends on how old your brother is, how mature he is. Mr. Bananas, welcome. Thanks, Dave Archuleta. We'll see you next week, hopefully. Good to get your homework done. Very good. That's right, noob. I forgot about Far Cry 3 having that. I don't remember if Far Cry 4 did, but Far Cry 3 was kind of gratuitous. I would say probably, I mean, depending on how old your little brother is, that is probably, I don't know, all my little brothers are, my youngest little brother is 25, so. Man down. Busta, did you see that Amazon in France, I think it's France, I didn't remember it was a European country, but I think it was France, put Splinter Cell 2018 on a listing page accidentally. Well, I don't know if it was accidentally, but there wasn't anything to it. It just said Splinter Cell 2018. I hope that's gonna happen at E3.
Wow, look at this. You can see the whole rest of the level.
Make it up that thing.
It's cool. Kind of lava thing.
What'd you do, Steven? Mr. Bananas, I do not think Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear Survive is bad, but it is not a Metal Gear game. It is almost like Minecraft in its survival mode, where you're constantly having to eat or drink or collect resources. It got easier for a while when I built a farm at my home base, where I was growing my own onions and potatoes. And farming my own rainwater, but that was a nice catch. But all of a sudden now I got warped away from my home base again, so I'm back to starving all the time. Ian, my vote would be no on a 13-year-old playing Far Cry 5. It is just an opinion. Every family's different, so I can't say one way or the other. Oh, thanks, Steven. That was always a funny thing, Busta, how that game, the Metal Gears would go back and forth between really serious and absolute cartoon Scooby-Doo crap. Like the box. Boss rush mode. I like the things with the crowns. That is King Bee. Metal Gear Survive is Minecraft too. Clever, I think we will do streams for Far Cry 5 also. Because there's going to be so much stuff to do. That level editor having all the different assets from several different Ubisoft games. Like Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs. I think we could have some fun stream stuff with that. This looks like a Mario game. We're on it, Clever. Is the Division 2 a real thing? Is that already announced? Or is that just I mean, not that it's probably not a safe assumption, but I wonder if it's more than an assumption. Yeah, in fact, I want to go back and play the Division again. I haven't played it since about a month after launch, and I know they've added a whole bunch of stuff. And that game looks so good. How many coins equal a life in this game? I can't remember if it's 50 or 100.
I actually never know. I get them every once in a while, but I don't know why. I don't know how many it takes. I get all of them, I guess.
We're going to find out in one more coin. Bostonian full. What's a global event in Division? What are those things?
At the top.
What's it? What about spoilers?
I think this might be right near the end now. This might be the final boss. Look at this horde. There he is. Get away.
Hello, Nicholas Everett.
Come on, buddy. Right. He's throwing me off. I missed. That was terrible. Throw me into the bomb, pig.
Why does the music sound like a James Bond song? Beat me, Seymour! Ian, did you release him? Praying for Monsters Inc. If we were in a Batman game, this would be something Poison Ivy cooked up. Bust, I think next week we're going to do an Arkham game. I'm not sure which one. Do it? Nice. Global events is when they put modifiers on almost all the activities in the game, like to play those activities whether that's active. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Buster. Ian, most excited in Far Cry 5 about just the ability to play in such a... I can't think of another video game that has a rural setting like that. You know, most of the time, you know, you're in LA or New York or Chicago.
Hey, tell me if this turns it down for you.
Okay? No.
Okay, good. It's really loud for me. I have to turn it
And I always look forward to just co-op play. Chris, what are you looking forward to in Far Cry 5? All of them have, except for this Primal. We have played 3 of them on our show.
well, I guess just like, I don't feel like playing.
Like airplane planes, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think I like playing.
Alex, what do you mean we should do City? Like Lego City? Undercover? Nicholas says, why does this freaking monster have so many eyes? H1Z1. Yeah, that would be a fun one. I hope so too. I think that level creation, campaign, or not campaign, scenario creation would be a cool thing to mess around with.
Dang it! This is hard.
Bostonian Fold, is the resistance mode, is that public only, or can that be locked down to your party? Mr. Bananas, you're in luck. In the coming weeks, we are going to do a bunch of retro games. I've got things kind of lined up to do that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Anyone going to see Tomb Raider this weekend? I am. Nicholas, we only post once a week because that is the time that we can afford to do it. We both work full time. We get together one night a week to hang out, and then we get together one night either together or online to record. Then Chris, we get about an hour's worth of footage. Chris cuts it down into a 15-minute show, and we post it on Sunday nights. That's good news from Stony Full. That might be worth a revisit. Now you had another eye up in the top left.
Oh yeah, I did. There's one on the other side.
I don't know if that makes you feel better or worse, but that's the news. This thing is a turd. Alex, my favorite game. I think my favorite video game is either, well, it doesn't really count because it's any Spider-Man game, but either Splinter Cell Chaos Theory or Shenmue. First one on the Dreamcast. Bus, I'm with you on that. And thanks for keeping that nice and spoiler-free too, in case anybody is not caught up yet. That was classic. Yeah, Mr. Bananas, maybe if you had some welding goggles or individual eye stock helmets. He's got to gestate a bomb out of his burrow. I'm impressed by his TNT butt. Can you earn it? Seems dramatic. Let's shoot fireworks.
Dwarf's plans were squished, so he slunk back to the deep.
You're here, Piggy!
Piggy leapt to his den, and they collapsed in a heap.
I missed you!
As they dusted
Yeah, wasn't that
themselves
wild? There are coins everywhere. Aren't you following the trail of Piggy Bank?
Lucky spied a memento. He
Oh,
just
you've
had
earned
to
a
retrieve.
1970s film strip.
On the
He and his
journey
pig are gonna
back
have movie
home,
night.
they took
Yep.
a well-deserved break and kicked up their heels on the banks of a lake. And so our adventure ends after our time on the trail. We hope you've enjoyed
with
the
you, Noob.
game. Thanks for playing Lucky's Tale.
Stony Full says, "Stay dead, you disgusting tentacle mutant."
Don't know any of these people left. I made it. Oh look, the freaking thing is here.
You did not kill it.
That must be for the sequel.
That's what they earned, a movie with scrolling names.
Well, I got his little piggyback friend back, I guess.
Is this going to be all the Kickstarters?
Oh, I don't know.
Was there a Kickstarter for this game or just for the Oculus itself?
I think this was a Oculus funded game.
I have no idea,
I
Alex.
don't know what that means. Does that mean the Kickstarters help pay for this as well as Oculus Rift?
I don't know.
I want to pull this coin out of his back, but I don't have hands now.
Murder him.
Oh, look at the testing area.
Pixelocity.
I bet this is from when they were like making the game. Don't they all just look like generic tests?
Yeah. Busted, yeah, he did finish it, but I don't think he didn't start at the beginning. He started at least a few levels in.
Yeah, I was near the end. Look, he looks real different there. He's like fat.
Busted says, good job, Chris.
Thank you.
It's like a worm fox chasing him.
Yeah, it's got his face.
That seems like a programming mistake.
What the heck is happening there?
This seems like a programming mistake.
Like,
Is this like the outtakes like they did, like the render mistakes in the Pixar movies?
I think so.
I like those.
Look how these look. Look at all these weird versions. There he looks like Sonic.
Thanks, Texas. Hello, swagging all day. Swagging all day, that's good. Busta says, good job, Chris.
Cool. I'm just gonna go back in the home screen.
Come on.
This was our old credits room. It has a lot of jank. That's funny.
Yeah, let's just try it out. He's like really tiny now for me.
Those character models of all the different enemies.
I guess. Yeah, when I push on these, one of them appears.
Is that bomb not going to explode in your hand?
No, I guess they never do. I thought they did. Nothing. Alright, I'm out of here. Wait, what's this? Reset network. Look at that. Wait, I don't want to replay that. No.
Noob, you missed Blockbuster. You mean Blockbuster Video? If so, what do you miss about Blockbuster Video?
Alright, so I'm done with this game. Should I do
Buster
these?
said it was a nice waterfall.
Or Google Earth or Minecraft?
Do not do Google Earth.
Well, somebody could give me their address and I could try to find their house, but that'd be creepy, I guess.
Yeah, let's don't spy on our viewers. Do Elite.
Okay.
This is a game that we might try on the show eventually.
It might go weird on the screen, though. I don't know what's going to happen.
Jesse, Chris's mic is not rigged into the system for some reason. I don't have an answer for why, but he is off mic. It's just me. I'm gonna translate for him.
Can you see this?
I can, but it's gone back to full screen. We might need to alt enter again or something.
That might be normal, actually. Hang on. I think that's normal. It'll get better in a second. Because it's playing like a video. Is that better?
No.
Hang on.
Humor me. No.
That's exactly what I'm seeing. There's the menu. This is right.
We've got a big bar across the top and a start menu.
Oh, that part. I thought you meant the view was off.
View had never been off for me.
Alt enter?
Yep. You might need to click up on the title bar to put that window in focus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, but now I've lost focus of the game. Ah, this sucks. How am I gonna do this? I can't do both. One thing has to have focus.
What happened? What's happening in your headset?
Nothing. It's just that if the game doesn't have focus, I can't use my Oculus touches.
Oh, okay.
Can't use my controllers. Like this.
What is happening here?
Well, this is Elite, so let's just full screen this, I guess, if I can. I'll select it here. Alt enter.
You're just streaming your desktop, right?
Yeah.
So we don't even need the Oculus Mirror if the social share
But
will.
we can't get that screen to be full screen.
Oh.
This is not going full screen. Can't get it to work. The problem is if I task, let's see, maybe I can alt tab once I've got this selected. Let's see.
Oh, we got some catching up to do in the chat room. Ian, I don't know the way. Bostonian full, I'd agree. I think Job Simulator with co-op would be awesome.
I can't even let my cursor aside.
Can you alt tab out of it?
But then it just goes away because this is full screen.
And I'm sorry, I don't remember the answer. What when the Oculus Mirror is full screen and you don't have focus, you see everything, you just don't have control?
Yeah, like the game has to be focused for me, for the Oculus Touch controllers to be interacting with the game. Like even the keyboard won't work with the game if it's if this game isn't in focus. So I just have to figure out how to get this full screen, and I can't figure it out. Anyone know how to make Elite Dangerous go full screen? Is that like F11? Alright, maybe this is a bad idea. We'll try something else.
Okay, we're bailing out of the Elite.
Can't get it to work. Alright. So, get this full screen again.
Ian, I say, better villain. I think Voss was a hell of a lot more threatening and crazy. Pagan just kind of had his own agenda he was trying to work on. Especially if you do that trick where you wait at the dinner table at the very beginning of the game, where he says wait, and if you try to escape, you start the game, but if you sit there and wait, something completely different happens. Mr. Bananas, this is Oculus Rift VR. Yeah, Bust, I don't know why they kind of dropped off. That Job Simulator seems like the perfect game for DLC. I'd pay an extra $5 or $10 for a new scenario in that. I will say, though, that the Rick and Morty VR that company did after Job Simulator was excellent. Hey, Snipes. Yeah, we started doing this about, 6 or 7 weeks ago, streaming on Wednesday nights. Just to kind of have an opportunity to talk to you guys. Glad you could make it too. Now, same situation. Menu bar and taskbar.
I have to leave it that way.
Okay.
Try.
Robo Recall!
Cool.
Do me a favor though.
Yep.
I'm gonna stand up and move this table and this chair out of my way.
Yep. Hang on, chat room. I'm gonna move some stuff, some furniture around. Table is now 4 feet away from you. Chair is now over towards your desk. You're welcome. Alright, back to the chat. What's wrong?
Lifting part of my screen.
Welcome back. There are reports to file.
I love how good this game looks.
Yeah, this is like Lucky's Tale and that's like all super simple.
These early first-party Oculus games are just solid.
A hotspot is erupting. We must defend this area. Have a nice recall mission. And remember, Robo Ready values you.
Loading screens are messed up. They wasn't doing this. It must be because of what we're doing, I guess.
Yeah, they don't look weird to me.
Like one of my eyes is mostly white, except for like a sliver on the left of my right eye. The other eye's just white.
Buster says amazing imagine if AJ was in Far Cry 5 like he went back to America. That'd be nuts. Ian, we're not roommates or at different houses tonight. I'm over
Robo
at
Ready
Chris's
has
apartment.
analyzed the data you collected and constructed a robo relay to pacify the area.
Show me what you got.
3, 2, 1, go!
Agent 34, that bot has an enemy
Thank you,
rifle.
Snipes. We actually kind of made a conscious effort not to sort of yell at a lot of videos, but a lot. So it's cool that got noticed.
Please release
Bostonian
that
film?
prison.
I would augment my eyes. I think that would be sweet. What do I want to see? Chris, what would you augment if you could augment one part?
Give myself wings.
I see.
Well, we're talking augment, not create. You don't already have wings to augment. We're both team eyes.
What a champ!
Agent 34, can you clear this area?
Chris is about to go ham sandwich.
Robo Ready's crack team of analysts have determined that there is a surge of rogue robots in this hotspot. Please go ahead and recall as many as you can.
Recall time.
3, 2,
Chris, the game
One,
volume is a bit
go!
loud. Oh, Justin.
Agent 34, the legend.
Oh yeah, holy crap, it's pinging out the... There you go, got him. Bringing down the game audio. Okay, I've brought it down. Tell me if that was too much, too little, or just right. Hello, Limbo. We try to be friendly and polite. Every once in a while, we might bug one another. But for the most part, we get along really well.
Daisy. Whoa. Oh crap.
It's a bit quiet, okay? Hang on, I'll find the middle ground. Alright, tell me about this once you start hearing it. Yeah, I agree. John Romosco says that these sound a lot like the droids in the Star Wars prequels. Roger, roger. Volume works good now, Faith. Snipes, Bostonian full. Perfect, great. I'm gonna sit back down then and enjoy my bottle of ski in a glass bottle. I just realized that I referenced a local drink. You guys probably don't even know unless you're in Indiana. Ski is kind of like
30 seconds left.
a Mountain Dew. There's a moving truck to your left that's the company name is Robo Rehaul.
Rehaul, that's funny. Marksman.
Only 10 more seconds.
You have way exceeded your goal.
Yeah.
5,
Whoops.
4,
Dang
3,
it.
2,
Give me a gun.
1. You recalled enough products.
Oh, the kneecap!
Move to the next.
All right, chat room. If you could go anywhere in VR, where would you go?
Be careful, Agent 34.
Chris, where would you go if you could go anywhere in VR? If like just whatever idea you had could be in VR, what would it be?
I think it'd be cool to go like minutes
A
here
large robot has a dangerous laser.
What's that?
from Lord of the Rings. Whoa! Well, that killed me. Or no, it didn't.
Shoot the indicated weak spots.
What part of what it specifically is Minden is that place?
Big white city.
Ensure you are
The elf place?
No, the one that they go to in the second movie. That's like the one that's round.
Man, I haven't seen those movies in forever. Chat room will know what you're talking about. Noob says Vietnam, but I think he says he's joking.
He's down. Teleport on top of him and remove the indicated panel to take control of the big bot.
This is cool.
You can take control of his fists and laser.
Yeah, I like this
Try
part.
it now.
Whoops.
Not on the first grade.
How do I do this? Wait, that's not getting it.
Whoa.
Helm's Deep?
Oh, I see. I'm just moving his arms. How do I move? Oh, I see. I don't need to.
Faith, are you asking Helm's Deep or are you telling us you want to go to Helm's Deep? And is that another Middle Earth place?
What's it called?
Helm's Deep?
Yes, Helm's Deep. That's at the end of the second movie, that big wet battle they had.
Big wet
And
battle?
teleport again to move off the big
Yeah, the
bot.
one that in the rain.
Good work.
I haven't seen those movies in forever. I don't think I've seen them since the theater.
Oh, I'm supposed to go somewhere.
I didn't know that, Bostonian. Well, that's funny. Mr. Bananas, Santa co-op VR, like delivering presents in VR? That would be awesome. Busta says, maybe last question for Splinter Cell. What if they made Splinter Cell VR? Then I would kickstart it, and I would try to get a job working on it, and I would own the craziest collector's edition there is, and I probably wouldn't come out of VR for 2 weeks. Ian says ancient samurai temple with a dragon flying around. That'd be cool. Faith thought you were talking about Helm's Deep. That's why.
Oh, yeah, no, that's.
Robo Ready would like
Your
you to
place is something
pacify this
different?
area by deploying
Yeah.
a Robo Relay.
Yeah,
Teleporting
Helm's
in
Deep
a Robo Relay. Please activate it.
A Robo relay.
Bostonian full. I am
You're attempting to destroy the
about
Robo
as big
Relay.
as a fan as they get. I think. I mean, I don't know if I've never cosplayed Sam Fisher or anything, but I've read the novels and played every game to absolute completion and all kinds of stuff. Half-Life 2 live stream. That's a cool idea. There's a mod that lets you play Half-Life 2 in VR, but you can't do the guns and stuff. You just paused the game.
Oh, accidentally.
Robo Relay is taking damage.
Bostonian full. It would be worth, if you have the means, going back and playing the originals. They're all great. Chaos Theory is probably my
Robots are
favorite.
damaging the Robo Relay.
You can't go wrong with the Splinter Cell game. The weirdest is probably the 360 version of.
Continued movement.
360 version of.
The Robo Relay.
Not Conviction. I'm trying to think. Oh, Double Agent. There was a OG Xbox version and a 360 version, and they were done by two different teams.
60 seconds remaining.
The original Xbox one was fantastic, and the 360, even bad Splinter Cell is a good Splinter Cell, but that might be the weakest of the group is the 360 Double Agent. Agent 1 and 2 were cool, but I'd still rather have Archer and Kestra. I think that was one of the coolest things to come out of
Has been inflicted
Conviction.
on the Robo Relay.
Snipes, I know Chris and I sure are excited for Red Dead 2. Mr. Bananas, if I were Sam Fisher, I would probably do all the same cool stuff that Sam gets to do. I would think if I have that ability and set and training and just try to see what I could do
Only 10
for my
more
country.
seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One of the coolest things to come out of those original Xbox ones was the Spy vs. Merc multiplayer stuff. That was incredible.
Good work, Agent 34. Robo Ready's offices are waiting for you.
Bust, I have no idea what you're asking.
Everything is just as messy as you left it, Agent 34.
Scottish Splinter Cell would be sweet. They could do more creating sort of like almost like a Rainbow Six, but of third echelon stuff. So you'd have lots of different Splinter Cells to pick from. Hi, CB Ultra. Chris is not on mics tonight, so if you want to ask anything for Chris, just let me know and I can holla. He is playing. I'm manning the chat room. I'm manning the chat room on my Amazon Fire tablet because my Surface's battery is weak.
We will need to defend on this mission. Hold for teleport, Agent 34.
How long have I been streaming?
You've been streaming for an hour, about an hour. Maybe a little bit longer.
Welcome to Old Town, Agent 34. We want you to pacify this area with a Robo Relay.
3, 2, 1, go!
It has an energy rifle. Exit the tunnel, Agent 34.
Mr. Bananas, I don't know if that's necessarily considered good. I have 300 down, 30 up. Chris, what's your internet connection? Internet connection.
Same as you guys.
You have 300 down?
Oh, no, 200. I have 200 down, 20 up.
Okay. Ian, I think it takes place in the state of Montana. I might be wrong, but I thought that's what it
Move
was.
to the ball court, Agent 34.
Snipes, you thought I was playing and reading? Yeah, it would be good.
Get an aspirin for that headache. Why? Conserve.
This night level looks good.
There are many rogue products in this area. Let's clear it. Robo Ready is going to need you to go ahead and recall.
Is this an Android room or an iOS room? What's who's winning? Chris and I are one of each.
2, 1, go! Yes!
Sorry for all the head movement.
90 seconds left.
Plus, I bet you that would be a licensing nightmare. And I bet neither team would want
You should keep moving, Agent 30.
their heroes to lose to the other one. So I would be really surprised if that ever happened. But it'd be cool. A Marvel versus DC game.
– 60 seconds remaining.
You have reached your goal. The rest is gravy.
Dang! Right in my face!
A recaller among recallers. Service with a smile.
Agent, 30 seconds left.
Right in the face. Oh.
Only 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Still recalled very quickly.
Well, now that we're Oculus friends, we'll have leaderboards
Move to the next site.
we can play with each other on.
Those flying robots have rocket launchers. Watch out.
Yeah, but who would win if Iron Man fought Batman? Excuse me. My vote's on Batman. No, CB Ultra, this is not Lucky's Tale. We switched streaming, and we did not switch the game we were playing. So, we probably should have labeled this bunch of Oculus games or something.
Good work.
I didn't realize that was
To the
supposed to be
next
in.
objective.
It's almost billboards. Are they real or just... Nope. Made up stuff. No, this game, CB Ultra, is called Robo Recall. It is another free game that you get when you buy an Oculus. I think it's only if you have the Oculus Touches, though. Recaller went into hiding. That's funny.
We should promote you to ruler of the universe.
Oh, that was nice. Noob, you want to see Spider-Man 3 on the 360?
All the rogue products
We'd have to
in
actually
this
rig up
area.
a 360 because that game is
Please
not going to
activate
be
it.
back compat.
Please defend the Robo Relay until it is fully powered.
Defending time.
Robo Relay.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, noob, I'm interested. Why Spider-Man 3? I don't have a problem with it at all. I'm just curious.
Agent 34, the legend.
Come on, buddy.
60 seconds remaining.
It's the first time I see my back.
Robots are damaging the Robo relay. That's the end of me. Agent, 30 seconds left.
Bust, I understand. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next week. Yes, Mr. Bananas, that would be sweet. Co-op Last of Us 2.
4 seconds.
Snipes, I think all the Spider-Mans are pretty good. The first one the second one's the first one that had free roam. The first one was kind of not on rails, but it had a very specific path to it. 2 was open world, and all of them have been since. Not all of them, but most of them have been since.
You may teleport to the office.
CB Ultra, I 100% agree. I cannot figure out why every game has to have floating hands instead of rendering arms. I know there would be, to a degree, there would be extra processing and potential of it weirding out. But there are some games that do it just fine, like Lone Echo does it perfectly. So they can't use it as an excuse that it wouldn't work. They just don't want to do it. I'm with you, noob. I'll mix it up and play some Spider-Man. I think I'm kind of locked down on an Arkham game next week, but the week after, or not week after, my turn after that, I can play some Spider-Man 3. Yeah, Snipes, that first Spider-Man was really cool. Tobey Maguire's voice was in it.
Detecting some kind of anomaly.
There was like an extra
This might be
DLC
important.
pack where you could play as Harry. No, not Harry, as
Good luck out
Norman.
there, Agent 34.
Hello, James. How are you?
There is some sort of anomaly in the
Does anybody have a preference on Arkham? I think the last time I asked a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was last week, it was somewhere between Knight and Asylum. I've got the remakes of Arkham Asylum on the Xbox One, so that might work. Or if you'd rather see the fanciness of Knight, we could play that one. James is a coworker of mine. He has snuck into our chat room.
Move down the street, Agent 34.
Snuck is the wrong word. He is more than welcome. I don't know why I said snuck. You're sneaky. Asylum or Origins? Oh yeah. Well, Origins is the only one that isn't either back compatible or remastered. So I'd have to rewire a 360 into Chris's setup
To
again.
the intersection, Agent 34. Look out, Agent. Incoming.
CB Ultra, I'm not positive. I thought you played as
A shield, Agent
the
34.
Goblin because there wasn't such thing as a hairy Goblin in the first
Destroy the shield.
Spider-Man movie. So
Behind them.
unless they did it sort of, unless they had some future insight, which they totally could have.
Nice recall.
All right, vote for Asylum.
To the next location.
Oh, that Spider-Man. No, Snipes, I was thinking you meant the first movie adaptation. The first Spider-Man on the PS1 was awesome. There was that first one, and then there was the second one, was called Enter Electro. That was the one that Reno Romano voiced Spider-Man. Those were good. All those alternate costumes. James, what brings you this way?
Agent 33 had nothing on you.
Yeah, sorry to be confusing, Snipes. I wasn't
You
thinking right.
captured the interest of Odin. He is nearby. Please find and recall him.
Odin?
Okay,
What?
let's go.
Will he have the power of thunder?
Maybe.
Wait, that's Thor. What does Odin have? One eye?
No idea. Oh, here he is.
Procrastination. Jesse, I've played all of the Infamous games. Chris, have you played the Infamous games?
Do you wonder how it happened?
I think he's deep in VR right now.
Really?
The internet.
I love the first two Infamous games. The third one was pretty. The Second Son was pretty, but I thought the character was kind of a dork, and the story wasn't that interesting. But man, it sure looked good. And it said Seattle.
Have you seen the internet? He must be crazy.
Yes, CB Ultra. I remember that commercial really clearly.
Yes, I saw it all.
It was really a funny commercial.
Then it must be mine.
Watch out!
Watch out!
You can grab rockets when they come near you. Throw them back at Odin to expose a weak point.
To expose a weak point for massive damage. Whoa!
Sorry.
Take that, blimp. Go back. Ian, we'll probably stream for another half hour or so. So if you're able to come back, we'll talk to you then. Snipes, I think the Dark Souls games are very pretty. You've opened a weak spot on him now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We get whipped when we play those games. We played one on a stream, the one we used to do streams about a year or two ago, and just got destroyed. Noob, I'll tell him, but he won't get the reference. Chris, make love bloom on the battlefield.
I don't know that.
It's Metal Gear Solid 3. 3?
Look out,
Yeah.
Agent. Incoming.
That's the one with boss. Taken, you haven't missed well, you missed Chris finish Fox in Socks, Lucky's Tale. He would play, I think he started on like next to the last level. And so we saw the ending of that, and then Chris started playing Robo Recall on his brand new Oculus. Snipes, I've not heard of King's Field 4. I know the King's Quest games, but I don't know King's Field.
Shield guys.
You mean Shield, guys.
Go get him!
I like how after you warp, you have like a couple seconds of slowdown. Thanks, Chatty. Thanks for stopping in, and thanks for the kind words. We appreciate it.
Robo Ready should promote you to ruler of the universe.
We'll be playing next week around the same time. If you can stop in then and talk a little bit, that'd be fun.
What the heck?
Kingsfield was a proto Dark Souls species. That's interesting. I need to look that up. Oh, John, I've thought about streaming Crack. In fact, I wanted to play Crackdown again when it went back compat, but Chris couldn't find a local copy. He had gotten rid of his, and we couldn't find one to buy or rent. Sorry, I didn't mean to bang the mic. You too, Chatty. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, Chris, Mr. Bananas wants to know what you would do as the ruler of the universe.
Hang on, I almost got it. What? He has no light.
The entity is escaping. Leave it
Peacing
alone.
out.
Great work, Agent 34. Return to the office, please.
I see you up there. Sorry, what was the question?
What would you do as ruler of the universe?
Bring happiness to everyone.
If you guys didn't hear it, he would bring happiness to everyone.
Agent 34.
What would be your first 3 steps to bringing happiness to everyone?
The hotspots to free his fellow robots.
Oh,
He doesn't have a
he's
plan.
doing it Because deep inside, he's
Figure it out.
just
If he master the
lonely,
universe,
right?
I can do whatever. I have all the
Let's
time in the
hug
world.
it out.
He's field testing ways to boost his signal across the entire city, driving all Robo-ready products into the violent rogue state at once.
I'm going to go ahead and say that's bad.
Casualties would be in the tens of thousands.
And that's bad, right? Just checking.
Robo-ready would be liable for millions in settlements. We
You're a
must
robot?
not allow this to happen.
I mean, the job security would be off the
This is the
charts
weirdest
for a
VR
recaller,
cliche.
but
Everybody stares at their hands in VR games.
Well,
I've never understood it.
I might not be a robot. I may be, but I may also just have prosthetic hands.
A handless human or a robot?
Yeah. I actually feel like maybe shutting down here soon.
Okay. Wait, let me catch up here. Oh, you want? Okay, let me catch up in the chat room then, and we'll wrap up. Would pancakes be included in your happiness plan?
Sure, of course.
Okay, pancakes are in. Snipes feels if you don't have a plan, there can be no happiness, and we're already in peril.
No, I have infinite time.
Well, you might, but not all the people that are going to die of starvation.
I would just roll back time and fix it.
Oh, okay.
Master of time and space.
You're not master of time and space. You're the ruler of the universe.
Oh, okay. Well, then I would get all the planets to have a ceasefire and then focus all efforts on solving hunger and eliminate money.
Eliminate money?
Yeah, it's like Star Trek universe.
We need to get Chris on the Middle East project here. Noob, I would definitely like to know the answer to that. CB Ultra said, "Good work, Chris. This makes him. I saying him, but I don't really know. Makes him more, wish that it was on PSVR."
Yeah, this is a pretty good game. I would recommend I think this would be a fun game on PSVR for sure.
Bostonian says, "Cyborg, thank you." Not Doctor Strange. Bye, Mr. Bananas. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Doctor Strange time loop reference. Alright guys, well, Chris is going to shut down now, so thanks for coming and watching. We will stream next week an Arkham title. I'm not sure which one yet. Origins is probably the least likely because it's a 360 only. But I'll pick an Arkham game and we'll play it and talk again next week.
You guys are number one.
You don't have to shut it down yet, but
Hang loose.
hello Ninja Nub. Goodbye Ninja Nub.
Alright, we're at now.
Thanks CB Ultra. Dr. Evil Music.
Make the love symbol. Here's the love symbol. It's best I can do.
Taken will be here next week, so hope you can join us then. We'll try about the same time, between 8 and 9. We'll start the stream up. Thanks, Snipes. Good night, Bostonian folk. See you, Jesse. Good night, Faith. See you next week. Hello, Crimson. Sorry, you just missed us for shutting down now. But we'll be back next week. See you, CB Ultra.